Welcome. Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm Steve Orenberg. I'm president of Kaspersky Lab North America. It's an honor for us to be here today to host an event dedicated to, obviously, the critical issue of cybersecurity. I'm really pleased to look around the room and see everyone who is here to take part in the discussion. I know that many of you travel quite a distance to be with us today. We really appreciate that. In the room, we've got some of the world's most influential, most respected thought leaders. We've got security visionaries from top global corporations. We've got industry experts from government and analyst firms. We've got very influential press from business and technology publications, again, all around the world. Now, Kaspersky Lab hosted a similar event. It was at the end of 2011. And at that time, we talked about the threat landscape. We talked about cyber warfare and what their impact was going to be on corporate and global security. At that time, there was a debate. We debated what was going to be the impact of these threats. We predicted the growth of the threats. And we, as a company, we made a commitment that the good guys would and should work together. Governments working alongside businesses to ensure technology and safeguards stay ahead of all of the bad guys. Now, at that time, our CEO and founder, Eugene Kaspersky, shared his expectations for what was to come in 2012 and beyond. He warned that cyber warfare had just begun. He predicted more cyber terrorism and more attacks against critical infrastructures. He talked about the changing threat landscape, which is going to be more targeted. We're going to see more targeted and more sophisticated attacks on corporations around the globe. Well, clearly there's no doubt that Eugene was right. In 2012, we saw the corporate cyber threat landscape rapidly evolving, both in scale and complexity. Advanced malicious programs, such as Flame, such as Gauss, and most recently Red October, were used to conduct highly developed cyber warfare or espionage operations. We saw new trends. We saw mobile malware hitting new peaks with mobile botnets and mobile espionage. The myth of invulnerability surrounding Mac OS was pretty much demolished with flashback. We saw targeted attacks on businesses increase as cyber criminals and threat actors attempted to breach corporations and IT security for monetary profit or for corporate espionage. So anyway, that's why we're here today. Today's summit is going to examine what we've seen and what's ahead for corporate IT security. We'll look specifically at how cyber threats, from targeted attacks to global cyber warfare operations, are going to impact businesses of all sizes. Now, understanding the nature and the implications of these cyber threats, it's critical to the future of corporate IT security, from SMBs through the largest enterprises. Okay, so what can you expect for today? We're going to kick it off with a keynote panel, how cyber warfare impacts corporate IT security. It's going to be moderated by Christian Freeland of Thomson Reuters, along with Eugene Kaspersky. Eugene will be joined by Mr. Howard Schmidt, former cybersecurity coordinator of the Obama administration. That panel is going to be followed by a presentation by Kostin Ryo, the director of Kaspersky Lab's Global Research and Analysis team. Kostin's going to present today's corporate threat landscape overview. Then we're going to have a quick coffee break. After that, we're going to move into our second panel, Cybersecurity Realities in the Corporate World. Kostin will be joining us again, and joining Kostin this time around, we're going to have Eddie Schwartz, the Chief Information Security Officer at RSA, Adrian Stone, who's the Director of Security Response at RIM BlackBerry, Andy Steingrubel, the Senior Manager of Customer and Ecosystem Security at PayPal. And it's going to be moderated by Lawrence Orens, who's Research Director at Gartner Research. And then following that panel, Lawrence from Gartner is going to present a corporate security trends update. And finally, closing out the day, Peter Merkeloff, Kaspersky's Chief Product Officer, is going to unveil our newest generation of business security solutions. It's Kaspersky's answer to helping businesses overcome the latest challenges that our panelists and presenters outlined and discussed.